In today's video, I'm going to perform the most wackiest idea I've had yet. And lucky for you, I'm going to let you watch me in the middle of my mental breakdown as I try to perform my very own version of an egg roll. Let's get started. Hello, my friend. Welcome back to another video. So, the thumbnail no doubtedly grabbed your attention, and you may be saying to yourself, what does an egg and acrylic paint have to do with each other? Well, what an egg has to do with acrylic paint is absolutely nothing. Your girl here has lost her mind and wants to try to do a technique using acrylic pouring paints and an egg. So I'm going to get set up, explain everything to you, and then together we're going to do the most stupidest idea I've had to date. So how many of you have gone to a fine Japanese restaurant and saw them do the tricks with the eggs? Egg roll. They make jokes. They flip them around. They shoot them up in the air. They plop onto the grill. They do all kinds of fun, performances with your food for you, and then you eat. It's delicious. Well, today I'm going to do my version of an egg roll. Okay, so for our paints, we're using just typical acrylic paint that has been thinned down using American Floetrol. The measurements are 1 part paint, 2 parts Floetrol, and water to thin down so that it pours off of the stick and leaves a little tiny mound on the surface. And I will show you an example of the paints right now. So this is what all of the paints look like. See, they flow off the stick and leave a little mound on the surface and slowly disappear. Now, if you are struggling and want to have some in-person learning, I am doing a class this upcoming Saturday, July. Okay, Tammy, I'm way ahead of myself. January 20th. Here in Connecticut. I still have 1 seat left. So if you want to come take that class, send me an email, artbytammy@yahoo.com. I teach you how to thin down paint for all of the acrylic pouring techniques. I teach you how to use a blow dryer. We do a Dutch pour painting. We do a bloom painting. I even include that. The bloom technique, people can charge for that technique all on its own. So you're getting all of that learning in a 9 to 3 p.m. class. So if you want to come take that, send me an email, artbytammy@yahoo.com. Also, in April, I will be teaching that same exact course plus a resin art course in Jacksonville, Florida. So if you want to take either of those classes there in Florida, send me an email, artbytammy@yahoo.com. I still have a few seats left for that. And that's April 13th for the acrylic pouring, April 14th for the resin art class. Okay? So that's what the paints are mixed like for today. I have a mishmash of colors that we're using. And I'm just going to jump right in because I'm excited to make a fool of myself. Just for you. Okay? Let's get started. So this is one reason why I don't like to pre-mix my paints and keep them for future uses. And that is because once you pre-mix a paint, it's that one consistency. And that one consistency can't be used for all the different acrylic pours. You got to kind of adjust it. Plus, it thickens up while it sits in here. So now this paint and this paint are the same consistency, yet this one that I want to use is a lot thinner. So you got to keep that in mind when you're pre-mixing large amounts of paint and putting them in bottles. The consistency does change on them. So now what I have to do is I have to add some water to this, okay? And if I don't want to use all of this paint that I have here, I have to now get another cup, pour some into that, thin it down. So now essentially I'm wasting 2 cups. So just keep that in mind. If you're somebody that does the same technique over and over and over again, then pre-mixing paints makes sense. But if you're somebody that likes to do all different types of acrylic pours, then you may just want to take that into consideration. Okay, so I do not have any plans so far. All right, this is a 22 by 28 canvas, so it's a very good size. I have a few colors pulled out that I think will look pretty together. Again, no plan. I'm just going to wing it. Today for me is all about de-stressing and just playing with the paint. Why do you guys paint? Is it because of stress? Just for a hobby? Like, what does this do for you? Leave a comment in the comments area telling me why you started your pouring journey. So I'm going to just take this gray, which, by the way, this paint right here is left over from the table. If you put down a clean piece of plastic, you could scoop up your leftovers and reuse them. This way you don't waste, right? So I'm just going to take this gray. I don't know how much of it you're going to see at the end of this. You know, there may be very little visible. Again, I have no plan. I just want to act like a fool and have some fun. I'm just going to pour some ribbons of color. And now I'm going to take the egg. I'm going to plop it right in here. And we're going to start rolling. This is fantastic. I'm waiting for it to go flying off of the canvas. By the way, this is a hard-boiled egg. I didn't want it to smash and have yolk everywhere. do, 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 do. It's hard to get it to turn. Oh, don't go off, don't go off, don't go off. Come on. There we go. Oh, the things I do for entertainment, I'll tell you. Boop. There she goes. Right, so this is some golden heavy body carbon black paint mixed with Australian Floetrol. These are mixed with American. This one here is mixed with Australian. So I'm just going to put some on the back of my handy dandy palette knife here. And then spread it out with a stick. Pick a spot here and kind of just, well, I guess that spot just chose for me. I kind of just follow along some of the lines maybe. Look at that Australian Floetrol go do its job. That is some fancy swiping right there. Some fancy cell patterns going on. Okay, ready? Here we go. Just glide nice and simple, nice and easy, I mean, over the colors. All right, just like that. Nice and gentle. You don't want to push down hard and pull or push. You want to gently glide over the surface of the paint. All right, so that does it for my egg roll. I had such a good time. I got some beautiful lacing and cells going on here. And it's, you know, an acrylic pour painting, huh? I don't know what else to say about it, but the lighting is not too great. Hold on. These colors are actually hard to film. There is a lot of metallic in this painting. A lot. Because that dark blue was a metallic color. And so is the silver that I used. And anyway, I hope you learned a little something from this video. If you did, please remember to click the like on the way out. And don't forget to hit subscribe if you are not already. Make sure you check out the description for all the discounts I have to offer and ways to follow me, class information. People have been asking how to buy soap from me. I am going to have a website for you in 2 weeks to go to, so be on the lookout for that. And yeah, wow, this is really hard to film. Colors are just giving me a hard time. But anyway, I love you all. I want to thank you so very much for joining me. And until the next time, which is next Sunday, 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, happy pouring.